From The Athletic, beat writers' favorite picks for each team in the 2024 NFL Draft. For the Browns, they go Zak Zinter from Michigan. Massive, athletic, battle-tested after 4 years starting at Michigan. Browns wanted a tough, nasty, and interesting prospect to add to their soon-to-be evolving offensive line group, and they got that in Zinter. I think I'm a little higher on him than you are. What are your level? I don't think he'd have been there in the third round if he doesn't break his leg. He couldn't test. He couldn't do a lot of the things. The fact that he played on that line in Harbaugh's offensive system, he was coached like a pro for 4 years under Harbaugh. Those are some of the things I like. And then you can see him being nasty. What are some of the things you're concerned about Zinter with that kind of knocked him down a little bit in your mind?
I don't see him as a high ceiling player. I see him as a very high floor player. And those attributes you're talking about, the the nasty, the toughness, the way he approaches the game, those are the appealing parts of his game, and that's what aids him in the run game, man, and that's why he's a mauler. And like you just said earlier, he wasn't asked to do it. They weren't a pass heavy team, so he doesn't have that kind of that workload in the pass protection. So that's something he's going to have to show. He might possess those things and just wasn't asked to show them. Based on what I've seen, I find him to be a high floor player. And I'm also just based on where you took him. And you might be right. If he doesn't break his leg, maybe that's a second round player. We would have had to see how that played out. But just given his injury, I like the idea that you're drafting him for 2025. Mm-hmm. You're not drafting him for now. He doesn't have to be anything right now other than a piece of clay to be molded. But the idea is to get a starter. So that mission accomplished. I was higher on Dominic Pooney because he could do more. He could play from tackle to center. So that's kind of what I'm grading him up against because I view Zinter as a guard only. But if this is a move for 2025, there's nothing wrong with that. You're going to have to stash him for a year. And I don't know if this means Michael Dunn's going to be in danger from a roster spot. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out. But the player's fine. I was just a little miffed on where they took him. But like you said, if that leg doesn't get broke, maybe he's not even there.
Yeah, by and large, if you're taking, an elite guard in my mind, there might be one or two that go in the first 2 rounds. Then you start getting into that third round, and those are the maulers. He is a mauler. Think Wyatt Teller. That's kind of what you got.